Today, Peru's going to talk about, and we're going to discuss our two Oasis shoots. I mean, I photographed the boys individually on two separate occasions. The kind of DNA of Oasis, I guess, are the brothers. I mean, how did you find them?
So this was I've got no idea when it was, but it was for Oasis. It was for an Easter cover of the NME, and somebody had an idea at the NME that we would photograph Liam being crucified.
Oh my goodness.
Like I think either John
That's not
Lydon.
tasteless at all.
No, for the Easter cover.
Yeah,
I've
okay, well, that's acceptable.
normally people come up with an idea and don't tell the band what it is and expect me as the photographer to breach that awkward moment. So I've had like in San Francisco, I went out to photograph Mogwai, the band, and the magazine went, oh, they're all going to be wearing straight jackets, so you've got to take a straight jacket out with you. And I was like, is this all arranged? Is that okay? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, they're all fine with that, it's good. Get out to San Francisco, and I go, so you're a bit crazy, we're photographing you in straight jackets, yeah? And they all go, fuck off, we're not doing it. So this was another one of those sort of situations where
Right.
Liam turns up to the studio and there's a load of set builders building a wooden crucifix.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
comes in and goes, well, what's all this then? What's going on? And I go, well, somebody's
We're
had
going to
this idea
crucify
that
you.
it's the Easter cover of the NME. I think there's a really famous picture, and I don't know who did it. It's ignorant of me, but there is a famous picture either of John Lydon or Sid Vicious being crucified.
There's an even more famous picture of Muhammad Ali
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
cross,
But
of
that was
course.
for Esquire. That's
Yeah,
like yeah,
it's iconic, isn't
yeah.
it?
Well, is he being crucified in that, or is he just being pierced? I think
He's got he's got arrows coming
yeah,
through.
that's a different thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, because that's about the saint.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's an iconic picture.
Yeah, it's a
I'd
sort of
never seen this
it's
picture.
all religious sadomasochism, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd never seen this picture anyway, but like somebody had told me, and I can't remember. Was it Sid Vicious? Was it Johnny Rotten? I don't know. Somebody was photographed, and so it was like they were trying to do a recreate of this with Liam, and Liam came in, saw the crucifix, and was like, what's all this? And I went, well, we're gonna photograph you being crucified, and he went, fucking right, I'm Jesus Christ, I am, and and then sort of is happy to get up on this crucifix. And as he's getting up on the crucifix, his publicist, Terry Hall, came in, sees Liam getting up on the crucifix, goes, Liam, what are you doing? You are not Jesus Christ. Get down. It was like, and he was like, oh, so,
You also did David Beckham crucified, didn't you?
No, that was a popular misconception. And in fact, that was the Archbishop of Canterbury complained to Time Out magazine for their Easter cover because they said that I'd crucified David Beckham on it, but he was actually just standing there looking saintly, holding some rosary beads.
Okay.
I was disappointed in the Archbishop of Canterbury not knowing what being
Well,
crucified
let's
was.
not go down a kind of
do like an
sacrilegious
Easter-
cul-de-sac.
No, I do like an Easter cover though. I shot Marilyn Manson with the byline Jesus Christ for the Easter cover of
Yeah.
Time Out the year before I photographed David Beckham not being crucified. The last time that I photographed the boys together was men together was the day after 9/11.
Oh,
And
wow.
the day of 9/11 I was photographing Johnny Vegas, which was like a very surreal sort of situation because we were trying to do funny pictures and 9/11 was happening live on the TV in the studio. We were sort of thinking it was the end of the world. But the day after, I was photographing the boys, the men, Oasis, together, and they had lost. I think they'd lost an accountant, or their accountancy firm was in the World Trade Center when it went
Wow.
down. So they were sort of quite
Yeah.
shocked, and I'd said, "Oh, it's going to be really easy today. We're just going to do very simple." The band, they just want you to look at each other. And they went, fuck you. We're not looking at each other. People have been trying to get us to look at each other for years. We're not looking at each other. So I was like, oh. And I was like, I thought this was going to be so easy. Okay, I said, no problem. So just turn your backs to each other. And they went, yeah, no problem. They turned their backs to each other, which I then later cut out and turned around. So they were looking at each other again.
Oh, right.
And the other time I photographed Liam, there's a similar sort of thing because they can be quite difficult with people,
Mm.
and And I said to him, look, it's going to be really easy today. We're just going to do really simple expressions. And he went, I'll give you one expression. That's no expression. And I photographed that for like 10 frames, which was good.
It's kind of weird when they do that. I mean, that's pretty much what I got with my shoot.
Have you ever photographed Jason Spaceman?
No, no.
Jason from Spaceman 3.
Oh, right.
Spiritualized.
Yeah. Oh, I have photographed him.
Yeah. There you go.
I didn't know he was called that. Was what he was known
because
as.
before Spiritualized, he was in Spaceman 3.
That was one of my first ever jobs, was going up for the NME and actually attending a spiritualized gig. And it's kind of quite quasi-spiritual experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
I quite liked him, actually, but it was so long ago. I mean, 35 years ago.
He's brilliant, but I shot him at the what we used to call the Perou factory in Hackney Wick before Hackney Wick.
You had an amazing studio, didn't you?
Well, it was a bit shitty like this one, but
no, it was pretty cool.
It was before Hackney Wick had a Michelin star restaurant, and before it had any other photographers living in Hackney Wick, believe it or not. But he came to the studio, and we were shooting films. So there's 10 frames on a roll, and I generally like to let people be themselves in some regard. I don't give people too much direction, especially to start with. And he just stood there, like almost expressionless. And so I was like trying to make him laugh, and I'd like be doing my performance piece where I'd be trying to make him laugh, and in the end trying to make him, if that wasn't working, trying to piss him off. And I was trying all sorts of things. I was doing physical theatre in the background, trying to get him to do something. And on the 29th frame of him not making any expression whatsoever, he went, "It doesn't matter what you do or what you say, I'm not going to change my expression." And I went, "Oh, for fuck's sake." And he went,
Did you get that?
And I got that. So it's 29 frames of him like that. And then the 30th frame was him like that. It was like, so
do they remember you the next time? Do you have a Jill Furmanovsky kind of relationship with them?
No. People, I always am surprised that people don't remember me, because I like to think that I'm memorable. Obviously, I'm completely not. I don't know whether it's because I've normally got a camera in front of my face, or just that people have photographed so many times they don't remember all the photographers. But Damon Albarn, I've photographed many, many times. I've done the press pictures for Blur. I've been to Mali with him for a week. He only knows me as East London. So he'll see me and go, "East London." I go, "All right." And in fact, now it's been several years, and I doubt he remembers me at all.
Yeah.
I've photographed Liam on his own more than Noel, and I've photographed Liam in BDI, and I sort of don't like to have favourites, but I enjoyed Liam's company more. I think he's brilliant. Not saying that Noel isn't a brilliant musician, but I really enjoy everything that Liam presents, how he presents, and I like the way he thinks about things and the way he speaks about things. So
that's how I found him much more interesting and complex than I'd been led to believe he would be.
Oh yeah, no, he's.
Yeah, I thought my pictures he's very sensitive, and I definitely preferred them at the time to my pictures that I'd taken with Noel.
Yeah, I like some of the pictures. My sort of favourite Oasis pictures, I guess, are some of the solo shots that I've taken of Liam. So if I was going to choose something to sort of summarise that, it would be a shot of Liam on his own. And funnily enough, my pictures have just been used for a new play called Blur versus Oasis, about the sort of Britpop battle between the bands, who was the best. And I've photographed both. So there's a picture of mine of Damon and a picture of mine of Liam, both sort of looking at each other like
that. Was a big thing back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. And also, thank you to Perou, the first person ever to ring me up and ask my advice over 30 years ago. And we're still friends. Until the next time, I'll see you then.